Embracing imperfection, this is a man's journey. So I think in this day and age, especially, we are absolutely hardwired, told constantly to chase perfectionism. We have to be the best employee, the best husband, the best partner, the best father, the best in the gym, the best runner, the best cook. And it's not your fault. It really isn't your fault, and it's an expectation that never ever should have been there. And there's loads of things we can look at. You've got social media that's bombarding you every day with videos and posts, gym, parental advice, whatever it is. It's just overwhelming, and all it serves to do is to tell us that we're not good enough as we are. You're not perfect as you are. You're an imperfect, broken man, and unless you do X, Y, and Z, or pay for this supplement or this course or this training, you'll never be a real man, and you'll never be the man you were supposed to be. So how do we address that crap? So ultimately, I think it was Brené Brown who said, now this applies more to women. I assume the health and beauty industry is worth, oh, God knows, billions, billions. And it's built on making people feel not good enough. Because if women woke up tomorrow, looked in the mirror and said, God, I'm really beautiful, even I'm tired and I've got bags under my eyes and the greys are coming. Yeah, wow. If that happened, the beauty industry would collapse overnight. And that's true for men. We are constantly told the way that we live our lives, who we are, is not good enough. We should be more in touch with our emotions. We should not show our emotions. We should be a caring, kind, compassionate, empathetic lover. We should be a rough and ready, I don't give a about you lover. Conflicting advice. Extremes as well, because unfortunately, extremes get likes and split opinion, they get comments, but it doesn't serve us as men. It just it just leaves us stuck in this trap of broken identity and confusion around who we are. So, what do we do? What do we need to do to embrace imperfection? Because ultimately, what's happening is we're on this road, we're on this path to be perfect, but perfect doesn't exist. There is no such thing. We're all unique individuals. We're all men just trying to find our way. But in that very journey is the perfection, that is the beauty, that is the thing that makes us all so wonderfully unique. I've struggled quite a lot over the years with perfectionism. Um, and I think when you hear that word perfectionism, it makes you think, oh, he's always trying to do things perfect. He wants to be perfect. He wants to be the best. But actually, it's almost the opposite. I was crippled by the idea of perfectionism to the point that it would lead to procrastination. And I believe that perfectionism and procrastination are intrinsically linked. Because if you think of it this way, if you try so I've started this YouTube channel. If you're watching, I thank you so much because it's so difficult um, putting yourself out there and learning everything. And yeah, and this is case in point, isn't it? You know that my lighting's not great. I've not scripted this in my head. I'm like, oh God, you've lost your way. You want it to be perfect. You want this perfect YouTube video, crisp editing, and I'm not going to get that. There's no way I'm going to get that because I'm learning. And that is now it's okay for me. I'm not really comfortable with it, but it's okay. I've had to let go of it because how could I possibly achieve perfectionism in starting a new YouTube channel? Because what would happen, taking me back to my point of procrastination, I would buy the best microphone. Well, I'd buy all the best equipment. I don't have any additional lighting or anything. I've got a microphone and I'm using my iPhone as a camera. Um, I would learn editing. I'd go on editing courses. I'd learn on how to make the best thumbnails so you see it and you click it. I'd go and learn how to do storytelling to be a better speaker. I do all this stuff. But at the end of that, where would that get me? Because creating the video itself is the thing that I need to do to get my message out there and to help men. So I had to let go of that and just say, right, okay, I'm just going to record videos and I'm going to suck it up and they're going to be a bit crappy and hopefully some people watch them and some people get a bit of value out of them. And as I kind of keep doing it, I'll get better. And that's our journey, isn't it, in life? We come into this world babies and we're kind of sponges for information and then we learn and then we develop the skills and we just get better at things over time, our hobbies and our craft, and we perfect them. You've heard the saying it takes 10,000 hours to perfect to be a master of your craft, and I think that's really true. And that even that is an interesting point, isn't it? Because I think in this day, you can tell this isn't scripted, because in this day and age you are told, maybe indirectly, but that's the message that you get, that actually you should be bloody perfect at it right now. So if I want to go and learn to play the piano, I'll find a YouTube video, no doubt, no doubt. I learned to play the piano to grade 8 in 12 months. Um, I, I would never be able to do that because I don't have the time, the inclination, or anything else. But I'm like, oh God, they could do it. Oh God, I'm useless. I'm a failure. I'm a crap person. Because it's not about what's happening out here. It's not about what we're being told. It's about how we feel in here. And perfectionism comes down to a lack of in us. It's because we don't feel like we're enough. We don't feel good enough. We translate imperfection as, if I'm not perfect, then I'm not good enough. If I'm not perfect, then I won't be loved. If I'm not perfect, then I'll be rejected. And that's the core underlying message that we've been telling ourselves our entire lives. And social media and everything else just reinforces that. So to embrace our imperfection, which really is the only way, because you will never, ever, ever be perfect in the eyes of everyone, but you can be beautiful and perfect in your own eyes as you are. You can be perfectly walking this journey, your life, till the end of it, and doing it perfectly badly and perfectly, I don't know, confusingly and perfectly, strangely, perfectly uncomfortably, perfectly confused. I don't know what it is. Why does perfect have to be the answer? But that's it, and get comfortable with imperfection. And when that perfectionism creeps in, just take a step back and check in with the emotions. What are the feelings underneath? Don't use this. The brain's a wonderful tool, but it's crap at working out this stuff. It's the feelings, it's the emotions, it's the trauma stuck in the body that will get you out of this. So just sit, just check, feel. If sitting's uncomfortable, move. I get stuck in freeze, so I go and move my body, move your arms around, walk, whatever it might be, and just notice what's happening for you. And when you see an Instagram video, a YouTube video, are you comparing yourself? Is there an emotion, a feeling of inadequacy, not good enough? And just note it. And it's going to be painful when you start noticing this stuff. It's going to be painful because it's not positive messages, because we wouldn't be in this mess. But just notice them, and as soon as you shine a light on this stuff, it kind of takes the power away. It looks less scary, it looks less painful. Write them down. It could be that there are some emotions that are heavy. Maybe they're big, maybe they're small, maybe they're constricting, maybe they're expansive. I don't know, but just be curious about all aspects of it, and that stuff starts to shift. And as I said, as soon as you can embrace your imperfections, then wow, what a great thing to go through life and to just try new things and not worry about the outcome. Like now with my YouTube channel, as soon as I just think, just deliver the best content that you can and help people, and then the outcome is kind of irrelevant, isn't it? Surely, because I'm doing what I can and it feels right, then just go for it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You can just play. My teacher always says when we do trainings and we try new things, she's like, just play. And instantly I'm like, oh yeah, that feels great because it takes the pressure off to be perfect. So there you go. That's the final piece of advice. Just play. When you go and try something new, when you go and meet new people, when you are given a new task at work, when you want to try a new hobby or go to a new class, maybe your wife turns around and says, I want to try this, dancing. Um, and you're like, oh God, no, I won't be good enough. Immediately, actually, you might just say, no, that's not for me. But is it that it's not for you, or is it that you're afraid that you won't be that good and you'll make a tit of yourself? I don't know. But I think in a lot of things in life, the answer is we're afraid of not being good enough. We're afraid of not being perfect. So what if you just approached it as play, like you would as a child? Because I bet you 30 years ago, 40 years ago, you didn't care. You're just like, yeah, I'll give this a go. I'll try it out. I'll just play. What you don't think of the consequences. You're not worried about it at all. So my final thoughts, go through life with a little bit more play. I hope that's useful. Have a wonderful day. Play. Big love, John.